Vera Liddell, a 66-year-old director of food services for a public school 25 miles south of Chicago, was just charged with the felony offenses of continuing financial crimes enterprise and Class X felony theft, which constitutes the theft of property more than $1 million and carries a potential sentence of up to 30 years in prison and a maximum fine of $25,000. And of course, restitution, you would have to pay back worth everything you've stolen. Now, let's break all that down for a second. This 66-year-old lady who's working at this high school has stolen over $1.5 million. That's 11,000 cases. And I'm assuming a case would have to contain what? Like what Cisco, what would a case at least 5 to 10 pounds of wings? And in 5 to 10 pounds of wings, you'd have to be getting what? Like 10 dozen, maybe 10, 20 dozen, maybe 30 dozen, like 100, 200 wings in a case. How many wings are in a case? You know what I mean? Like I'd imagine a big bag from the grocery store with 50 wings in it. 1, 2, 3, at least 3 of those. So at least 150 to 200 wings in a case. She stole 11,000 of those cases. So breaking it down, we don't even have to do the math because we know it equals $1.5 million in chicken wings. The massive fraud began at the height of COVID, during the time when students weren't even in school. And they were doing Zoom school, right? And so, but because location of the school and the town I'm assuming it provided in, they still gave out lunches to students. So parents could get in the car with the kids. They could go at lunchtime. If the parents, because they weren't working either at the time, presumably we weren't. And, so they would get in the car, drive down to the school, wait in line, get handed 2 or 3 styrofoam plates from the cafeteria ladies or the teachers or whichever staff volunteered that day because they didn't have a Zoom call to be teaching their kids on at the time or whatever it needed to be. And then the school was giving out meals, obviously, just because they were still funded. The government was still running and like they could do that. So a lot of communities pitched in and kind of helped out with families who needed it. If you needed it, drive down, get in line, get yourself a container, get a sandwich, get some soup, pizza day, whatever, the Dunkaroo sticks, whatever it was, it didn't matter because you needed it. So you had to still go. So the cafeteria was still open. So this was happening all through COVID. And so what she would do was, and spoiler alert, they didn't serve chicken wings at this school. Like think of a school, like were you eating chicken wings in high school? Like did that ever occur? I wasn't. I was eating turkey sandwiches, soup, chips, pizza, spaghetti, sometimes stromboli, sometimes it was taco day. But like they weren't serving us chicken wings ever. I don't know how that would have went. It might not have been, it wasn't good. I don't think, like it's not a school thing to do. Chicken wings, like they don't have deep fryers at the school. You know what I mean? So the school didn't even serve chicken wings. So the counselor, the lady, the Vera, what's her name? Yeah, Vera Liddell. She decided she would place side orders with the company that supplied the cafeteria with school. And so she would just call and say, hey guys, we need another 5, 10 cases of chicken wings this week. We're doing another. The kids are loving the chicken wings down here. So she would place an order separate from the initial order because the initial order from the cafeteria would have to go through the superintendent. They would have to see it. They would have to approve it. And like it would have to go through multiple hands first. And if someone saw on the invoice 10 cases of chicken wings, we don't serve chicken wings, get that off of there. That must have been a mistake. She would never have gotten her chicken wings, right? So she would let the normal order go through on Monday. And then on like Tuesday, Wednesday, because it takes a couple days to get it prepared, it's cafeteria. It's hundreds of thousands of kids. You know what I mean? Like they got a lot of food that needs to come in. She would call the next day and be like, hey, I need to add something to the order. And this wasn't abnormal. Sometimes they would forget milk. Sometimes they would forget cookies. Sometimes they would forget pizza. So she'd be like, hey, we forgot some cases of chicken wings. Let's add that on to this week's order. Oh, and we actually, by the way, we need them for Wednesday's event. So I'm going to come pick them up. So she would go get in the van. She would get in the school's cargo van because, you know, she could do that, whatever. Like they're not going to question her taking the van. She's got to go pick something up, whatever. It's for the school. She'll be back soon. If she's not back soon, we ask her where she was and then it becomes a problem, but it never became a problem. So she would go get the chicken wings and then drop them off presumably at her house, at a different location, wherever, a warehouse, who knows? Who knows where you put 11,000 cases? We're assuming she dropped them off at her house and then she probably had someone else, like her family, a friend, whatever, distribute, like go local restaurant, local wherever. Hey, what are they charging you? What are you getting your chicken wings for? Go down to the local, you know, mom and pop pizza shops. And if they're paying $80 a bag, fam, I got you for $60 a bag. I got you for $60 a bag. You're paying 80 a bag, 80 a bag for wings. That's too much. I got you for 60 a bag and I got you 10 bags right now out in the van. I got you 60 a bag, 10 bags out in the van. I like you. Hey, listen, I like you. I like you a lot. What I'll do for you right now, you take off 50 bags, we'll do 50 a bag. We'll do 50 a bag right now. Give me 500 cash right now. You take the whole case. 500 for the whole case. If you, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's probably what they did. That's exactly what they did. I'm sure they kept some. Like, of course, make some chicken wings here and there. They kept some, but they're not eating. You don't eat 11,000 cases of chicken wings. This lady stole. And so they caught on, right? They caught on. They discovered that she got cocky. She got a little cocky. And 1 month last year, she spent $300,000. She spent $300,000 extra of the school's money on chicken wings, dude. And so when the financials came in later that month, they were like, hey, you guys overspent the budget. And so we're not doing it anymore. What's going on here with the $300,000? What was this for? And all the people in the cafeteria were like, we ordered the same like pizza and hot dogs and shit. We didn't do this. And so they called and they were like, yeah, someone said they needed chicken wings. They were like, we don't serve chicken wings. And dude, she got caught. So now she's going to jail, presumably. I mean, who knows? They might let her off. But for 1.5, you know what I mean? Like I just saw a thing on Twitter, like some rapper that like some people know. I don't know him, but I don't think most people know him. He just got out. He did 20 months. He did less than 2 years. He did like 18 months. He did like 20 months in prison for doing like a $30 million PPP loan. He claimed he had all these employees working for him. He didn't have anybody. Got $30 million in PPP loans and they locked him up for 20 months. That's it? That's it? Like whatever punishment. Oh, she's got a $25,000 fine because she committed a crime over $1 million. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool. But like 1.5 million over 25,000? Yeah, she's got to pay restitution, but like that just comes out of your paycheck. Like go get a job. Go get a job. You don't have to pay a penny. Go get a job. It's just like the taxes. They take it out. It's like $1 every paycheck. You know what I mean? You don't even need to worry about it. You got 1.5 million, bitch. Now, I'm sure none of it. I guarantee you none of it's there. I guarantee you she doesn't have a penny left. Maybe if she was smart, she'd have a few pennies. If she was smart, she'd have a few pennies. But dude, I mean, so she scammed the school out of 300,000. That was just 1 month. Out of $1.5 million, 11,000 cases of chicken wings. And this lady, I'm telling you, listen, folks, if you want to get ahead, in life, if you want to quit your job, well, you probably need your job, but if you keep your job, figure out how to exploit it and just take them for every freaking dollar. If you can add on a case of chicken wings to every order of your job's, food order every month and somehow extract those chicken wings from said order so no one ever knows they existed outside of the company that prepared them and yourself, do it. Why not? Why not, dude?